boom, and boom. Oh, okay. Showtime, party people. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Combat Corporation, your source of combat sports. I'm your host, Al the Postmaster Tomorrow, and today, got a bit of a different video for you. I'm going to unbox 5 different pairs of brand new MMA sparring gloves. If you're a regular on the channel and you're wondering where the gear reviews have been over the last couple weeks, it's just because the last 3 weeks, I haven't been able to get to the gym or really sit in front of a camera to do much that I could really pre-plan for, primarily because of this thing on my left hand. I now am married, so I was doing the last steps of my wedding planning. So that's really why I haven't been able to do my gear reviews, but there will be new ones coming very soon. I'm working on a couple as we speak. But it's always fun to spice up the channel and to add some new content. Usually I do my unboxings in my YouTube shorts, but I have 5 of these. I have 3 RDX gloves and 2 Engage gloves that are highly recommended and highly requested on the channel. I also have 3 more Sanibel gloves coming in the mail by next week. The reason why is because I know you guys want me to do a massive MMA sparring glove comparison of every single pair of MMA sparring gloves I own, and to be honest, I really just kind of stuck with the ones that helped me the most, but now I got a lot more options to pick from, and like I said, a good 4 out of 5 of these were really recommended. Really, the only one that wasn't recommended was this one by RDX. So I'm going to take these all out of their packages, try them on a little bit, you know, see how they feel and fit, and give you my first impressions right off the bat. That way, if you were looking into getting any of these, you can maybe go off what my first impression is, but I wouldn't buy them yet until maybe I use them or until you see another review on the website. Also, before I start the video, just wanted to say to everyone that reached out and wished us a happy wedding day, it was a perfect day. Everything went great, and I thank you so much. My wife and I really appreciate it. So thank you again for that. But with that said, let's get into the first glove. I figured I'd kind of start with the Engage series because I think Engage is a very popular brand because you got guys, you even see them on the back, like Israel Adesanya, Alexander Volkanovski, and guys like that. So, you know, we'll put these off to the side like that, and we'll start unboxing. The first thing that I noticed is it says on the back, it says tested, approved, and used by world-class trainers and combat athletes. It says it's good for beginner, intermediate, advanced, and pros. Engage fight gear is precision, handmade with durable premium materials. Now, see, I don't know if I necessarily believe that. There are some things by Engage I've tried that I've really enjoyed, and then there are some things by Engage, including the E-Series. I had to get these in the gold and white because the black and white was out of stock. I have multiple teammates that bought the Engage gloves, and all their Velcro fell apart and the vinyl fell apart. It sucks because I can't really smell the vinyl to see if it smells like, you know, overly artificial, but you got your basic package. This is the E-Series, it says right there at the bottom. E4000, I think it said, was what the official model was. Let's take the paper out of it. You know, the shoe paper. What type of paper would that be called? I don't know. Now, see, this is the dilemma. I don't know if I should take my ring off to put gloves on, but I'm going to try and put it on with it to see if that really changes anything. I mean, currently, no, it doesn't really change anything, but I tell you what, these are actually decently comfortable if I really strap this up tight. That's a nice form-fitting fist, actually. And it's your standard IMF Tech foam that you're going to get in a lot of other, you know, MMA spar gloves like this, and you got a nice foam splint on the back. Decent hand compartment size, and the rule is if you can take 2 of your fingers, put it here, close your fist, you got enough room to wrap your hands. That's actually not bad. The lining's really comfortable. The vinyl feels nice and smooth. I know my teammates barely take care of their gear, so I wonder if that's why these gloves fell apart so much, but overall, right off the bat, they feel comfortable. The foam feels nice and soft. Honestly, it doesn't feel broken in per se, but it doesn't feel stiff or hard at all. So I'm actually really excited to try these out. Oh, they come with a bag. Oh, that's cool. So I guess Engage is just one of those brands now that just kind of sends a bag with all their stuff. And honestly, I'm not going to complain about it. I assume that this is, you know, probably for a beginner that maybe doesn't have a gym bag, some hand wraps and a mouth guard in there, and then put, you know, their MMA gloves in here. So that's exactly where I'm going to put them once I get this paper out. Now, the only thing to do is that I remember watching a video by Fit the Box, and he said to keep these things. But to be honest, if I have this, why do I need to keep this? So that and the zippers and like the Velcro, it's just they're bulky and they get in the way. I'm going to put them off to the side for now. So yeah, I'm going to keep them in this, and I'll put these over here on my MMA glove rack. By the way, if you were all wondering what size gloves I got here, they are L/XL. Every single one of these are the large/extra large size. This is the WIP glove. And I actually ordered these in black, so they didn't send me the black ones. I wanted the black ones, but that's okay. You know, Engage, I'll forgive you this time. I'm actually curious, did I order them in black? I swore I ordered these in black. Guys, I take it back, I actually ordered them in white. So Engage, I'm sorry, I blamed you for something you didn't do. So they come with a bag, the same exact bag as the last one. So you got your zipper in the back here, and you can put your gloves in it, so that's cool. So taking these out, they definitely look like they're virtually the same as the other ones. All right, so putting my hand into the glove here, that's comfortable, and it fits really good. But to be honest with you, the first thing I'm feeling is that it feels exactly like the other ones I just unboxed. I mean, I know this is the same exact manufacturer. I think the only difference is that maybe the outer shell is made out of something more durable. If it is a leather, I wanted to say that the WIP is leather, but it might not be. I'm pretty sure it is still a type of vinyl. The same exact shape as this and same exact fit. Honestly, it looks identical and it feels identical, but you know, same firmness in the padding too. It's decently soft, definitely needs a couple rounds to break in. Plenty of room to wrap my hands in with these. So really comfortable glove so far, but overall just feels exactly the same from the other ones. They're probably just a little bit more durable because of the price point you're spending, but you know, I don't know. Alright, so I got two of the most popular MMA gloves that I see at the gym all the time. I have the F6 and the T6 by RDX, and I think because I see the T6 a little bit more often, I am going to unbox them first. So, taking them out of the pack, I got the yellow and black colorway, and RDX is a company that I've dealt with before, actually, on the amateur promotion I fought for, Cage Wars. RDX, I actually got a deal with them to make them the official outfitter, and these are comfortable, and I actually have like 3 or 4 teammates that have these and they work really well. They say they're comfortable, but I do notice that like the Velcro strips on the back, when I open this up, yeah, you can tell that the Velcro is not strong. The stitching's already like kind of coming out, actually, that you can see right there. So they're definitely a cheaper glove. I got these all in L/XL. This says XL at the bottom, but the interior lining looks cool. It has like the RDX all throughout it. Nice yellow and black, looks like a race car. Has a signature. I really don't know who the signature's from. And you can actually kind of see that they're already stained too. So, you know, I don't like that. And then on top of it, the fingers are all over the place. But let's try and put this on. Alright, so it's a little tight in my fingers. It doesn't feel like a natural fist is going to be formed. Okay, now it does a little bit. They definitely need to be broken in too. But it's compared to the Engage gloves, I'd say it's like 20% firmer than the other ones. They definitely need to be broken in. They're comfortable, and I am able to put a little bit of wrapping in there. I'm able to put that in. It's just, I think the material needs to break in, and on top of it, it just kind of looks like it like creeps too far back down on my hand. I wish it kind of went forward a little bit more like that, so it would really cover my fingers too. Not uncomfortable by any means, but not necessarily the most comfortable. Decent grips that I can feel so far, but yeah, I mean, this is like the standard MMA sparring glove that I see tons of people use, including my own teammates. So, I guess we'll move into the next pair of gloves, which would be the F6 Caras. Okay, so these are the F6 Caras, and I get asked this all the time, are they after Kai Kara France? No, I don't think so. I don't know where the Cara comes from, and honestly, there are some things that they just say, RDX and like other brands just say what they are, and then they don't have like a list. It's not like Rival where you can go on and look at the technology and stuff, or why it's called that. But this glove honestly feels just cheaper than the other one, so I see why people get it, and that is hard. That is rock hard. Oh yeah, you can hammer some nails in with that. Okay, so it's basically the same exact glove, only cheaper vinyl material, and it feels like the same material as that first Engage glove that I showed you, the E-Series. But yeah, it just feels cheap. The interior lining is really kind of rugged too. It's like weird. It's a neoprene for sure. It's a neoprene lining. It's not rugged per se, but it's not necessarily comfortable. If I open that, yeah, so the wrist strap, again, it's the same exact wrist strap that you have on the other glove. There's something like caught in here. It's like a puffy, I don't know how else to word it. It's like a puffy piece of foam right here on the lining. Is that the same throughout both of them? Okay, so that's intentional, so I don't know what the intent is. Maybe to create a bump. I don't know why you'd want a bump. Okay, so unlike the other one where it was all leather, the fingers on the inside are neoprene, and the outside is also like a neoprene material. The whole glove feels like it's made, oh, I don't like that. Oof. Yeah, no, it just, it's the same thing as the last one. It just feels super stiff. It's way stiffer, and it honestly isn't a comfortable glove to close my fist in. I don't really like that at all. And you can even kind of see, like, I can put my finger right in there. It's not like a natural fist. It's uncomfortable. It makes my hand kind of want to just do this. Like, yeah, it's curving my fingers down a little bit, but it doesn't. I'm closing my fist and I feel so much tension bringing me back here. So definitely not as good as the T6s. And you also have a ginormous rubber patch coming out. That'll be annoying. But yeah, I mean, a lot of people use this primarily because I think it's because they're cheaper, but that's why I tell people you might want to invest in the gloves that you got, you know, primarily because they're going to last you a little bit longer, and they won't be crappy like this right off the bat. I don't like these at all. My first impression with these is that they're not that good. They might be great after I break them in. Like I said, I have a ton of teammates. Most of the people on the mat have RDX, so, you know, I'll have to see how these fare up. But so far, the original RDX are the best so far. Alright, so these are actually new, and they use the Novatech. These are the Aura Plus T17s is what they would be called. And I got these because I don't have a lot of RDX gear in general. I have their MMA fight gloves that I like. And like I said, these use their Novatech, and you can actually see it here on the inside of the glove here. And basically, if you look at that, it is a completely wrinkle-free glove. Now, folks, to be honest with you, I don't know the significance of it being wrinkle-free or why that would change the performance of the glove. I looked into it a little bit. It basically says that the padding will be smoothed out and everything, and that it will move better to your hand and won't, like, move it back. So I'm definitely curious to see if that's true. Okay, cool. So I like that feature right here on the side. So look at that. It's a tiny little... That feels super cheap, though. That feels so cheap. Interior strap, so it opens up wide. So I like that about it. I'm going to yank that tag right off. I like that it opens up, so I'm able to just do this, and that slid right in. Okay, that's comfortable. Like that so far. The interior lining is nice and soft. And the padding is like a mix of the other two. It's like 10% firmer than the first RDX I showed, but 10% softer than the other glove. Now if I attach that there and pull that over, alright, and that's what we got. But however, one huge flaw, natural fist, all my knuckles exposed right there. Cut, 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 and that's what's going to happen. I've seen that happen way too many. And that's a fault on RDX in general. Oh man. I don't know how I feel about these. That and this Velcro part is digging into my skin. Oh, they didn't think that through. So you better be wearing a rash guard when you're using these. No short sleeves. And the fingers don't feel nearly as comfortable. Wow. I mean, I just kind of want to break them in and see how they feel. But overall, I mean, I literally... It doesn't feel like a natural fist right off the bat. I just don't like how that feels. Lots of room to wrap your hands. It's basically like a fight glove open feel. You know, you always want that open feel with an MMA glove for me, so I like that they did that. But the fingers just feel cheap. They feel really cheap. You can actually see some of the stitching. This part of the finger is already like kind of coming out. It's like loose. So maybe that's why my teammates' RDX stuff just falls apart, you know. I don't know. I mean, in general, I'm excited to like try these out and use them. But so far, these, my favorite RDX out of the bunch is probably this one, and these weren't all that great either. So I mean, I don't know. I mean, if you were to ask me like which ones I like the most, it would have to be one of the Engages. But to be honest, they feel the same. I guess I'd have to go with the WIP because they feel more like leather, and I think in a sense they are made of it. But like I said, it just is premium materials. I don't think it is actually leather, and it just, the grain doesn't look like a natural leather in and of itself. But overall, I'd say these are probably my favorite out of the bunch. But these are virtually the same exact thing as far as fit and feel go. I mean, even the shape, they're the same exact height, width, and everything, weight. They just feel the same. I guess like even the interior lining feels the same. The only difference is that these are branded. You know, you have a branded interior lining. If I had to say my least favorite out of the bunch would definitely be these Karas by RDX. They're just very hard, stiff as a board and hard as a rock, cheap. They feel really cheap. They don't feel great. My favorite out of the RDXs is probably your standard T6 that you see a ton of people use. You know, that you know, synthetic leather feels good. It actually feels kind of good when I open and close my hand a couple times. It felt better. But these Auras, I'm really excited to try a little bit more to see if they break in, because I was excited. They look cool on the website, but you know, but just putting them on for the first time, like there's just like some cheap feeling to it. I mean, like the piece of Velcro here, like just doesn't feel strong at all. It feels like a piece of cheap pleather, and then you have like this crinkly piece of Velcro that doesn't feel great. And when you put your hand on, I don't know if they ever thought about this. This is the thing that bothers me about this glove. It's like it's gonna come across, that Velcro piece is gonna scrape your wrist bad. That's not good, and that's gonna be annoying. Trust me, when you're grappling, you don't want that at all. So I mean, like, that's a huge flaw, and honestly, I might wind up just cutting that off so I can just use the strap itself, you know, because that's the thing with gloves like these. I bought them so I can kind of change the design a little bit as I want. But guys, that was the unboxing. I unboxed some very popular and requested gloves here, and I will get to, you know, breaking these in over the next week. I'm going to let myself heal up from whatever sickness I have been plagued with. It might be the plague itself, who knows, and hopefully you know, that will subside in the next couple of days. So with that said, everybody, that's 5 different pairs of MMA sparring gloves that I unboxed for you. I have 3 more from Sandoval coming in the mail. Comment below if you can guess what they are, and on top of it, comment below if you've used any of these, and if you think any of them are better than the others, or some warning signs so I know what to look out for. With that said, also like, comment, subscribe. It goes a long way to help the channel. It might be just a click of a button for you, but it means a lot to me. And on top of it, hit that notification bell so you can see the next time I upload my next video. Also, follow me on all my social media pages. I usually post there at least once a day, so you can keep up with my daily shenanigans. So with that said, everybody, thank you so much for watching The Combat Corporation, your source of combat sports. And as always, I'll see you on the next episode. Have a great day, everybody.